is the greatest captain in the history of cricket? Is it Ricky Ponting, who led Australia's most dominant era? Clive Lloyd, the architect of West Indies' golden age? Or MS Dhoni, the calmest leader the modern game has ever seen? In this video, we rank the top 20 greatest captains in the history of cricket across all eras and formats, from the early pioneers of Test cricket to modern tactical masterminds. This is not a popularity list. And it's not based on trophies alone. Our rankings are based on win percentage and consistency, strength of opposition and era difficulty, team transformation and leadership impact, tactical intelligence and man management, and performance under pressure on the biggest stages. From Don Bradman and Bill Woodfull to Imran Khan, Allan Border, Steve Waugh, and today's leaders like Virat Kohli, Pat Cummins, and Kane Williamson, this list spans over 100 years of cricketing leadership. Some picks will be obvious. Some will surprise you. And some will definitely start arguments in the comments. This is the top 20 greatest captains in cricket history. Let's begin. Coming in at number 20 is Kane Williamson of New Zealand, a captain whose greatness lies not in overwhelming dominance but in how effectively he maximised limited resources at his disposal. Leading a comparatively smaller cricketing nation, Williamson consistently guided New Zealand to compete with and often defeat stronger, deeper squads through discipline, adaptability, and calm tactical decision-making. His captaincy was defined by a strong win percentage relative to team strength, impressive overseas performances, intelligent use of bowlers, and an unshakable composure under pressure. While he never had the luxury of commanding a powerhouse lineup like Australia or India, Williamson extracted near maximum performance from his side, proving that in Test cricket, leadership is as much about efficiency and clarity of thought as it is about trophies or intimidation. Coming in at number 19 is Mahela Jayawardene of Sri Lanka, one of the most intellectually sharp and technically refined captains the game has seen. Jayawardene led Sri Lanka through a demanding transitional phase, balancing experience with emerging talent while maintaining competitiveness against far stronger and deeper sides. His leadership stood out for its tactical clarity, especially in test match planning, astute use of spin in subcontinental conditions, and calm decision-making under pressure. While his win percentage does not place him among the most dominant captains statistically, his impact lies in stability, cricketing intelligence, and his ability to keep Sri Lanka relevant and competitive at the highest level during a period of change. Coming in at number 18 is Pat Cummins of Australia, a modern leader who has successfully balanced performance, culture, and accountability in the toughest spotlight in world cricket. Taking over at a moment of instability, Cummins restored trust and direction while maintaining Australia's competitive edge in Test cricket, leading with calm authority and a clear tactical mindset. His captaincy has been marked by intelligent use of fast bowlers, strong overseas results, and an ability to manage high-pressure moments without theatrics. While his leadership career is still relatively young compared to the all-time greats, Cummins has already demonstrated the composure and strategic maturity required to captain Australia at the highest level, earning him a deserved place at number 18. Coming in at number 17 is Virat Kohli of India, a captain who fundamentally changed how India approached Test cricket, especially away from home. Kohli's leadership was defined by an uncompromising emphasis on fitness, pace bowling, and aggressive intent, transforming India from a home-dominant side into a genuinely competitive force overseas. Under his captaincy, India achieved historic Test series wins and consistently challenged the best teams in their own conditions. While questions remain around tactical flexibility and workload management at times, Kohli's impact on India's Test culture, mentality, and standards was profound, making his legacy far greater than his raw win percentage alone and securing his place at number 17. Coming in at number 16 is Bill Woodfull, one of the most principled and historically significant Test captains the game has ever known. Leading Australia during the intensely hostile Borderline era, Woodfull's captaincy was defined not by aggression or dominance, but by dignity, moral authority, and an unwavering commitment to the spirit of cricket. Faced with unprecedented pressure, political tension, and physical intimidation, he held his team together with restraint and resolve, prioritizing integrity over gamesmanship. While his win record does not stand out statistically, Woodfull's leadership left a lasting imprint on how captaincy, sportsmanship, and responsibility are judged in Test cricket, earning him a deserved place among the game's greatest leaders at number 16. Coming in at number 15 is Lindsay Hassett, a quietly brilliant leader whose impact is often understated in modern discussions of Test captaincy. Hassett captained Australia in the immediate post-war era, guiding a team that blended resilience, discipline, and tactical clarity during a period when international cricket was still rebuilding. His leadership was marked by calm authority, strong strategic awareness, and an ability to manage personalities without ego, all while maintaining Australia's competitive standards. Though he is often overshadowed by more dominant figures from other eras, Hassett's steady hand and intelligent captaincy played a crucial role in sustaining Australia's strength in Test cricket, earning him a well-justified place at number 15. Coming in at number 14 is Arjuna Ranatunga, one of the most tactically courageous and culturally transformative captains in cricket history. Ranatunga took charge of a Sri Lankan side that had long been seen as underdogs and instilled in it belief, aggression, and strategic fearlessness, particularly in the face of more established cricketing powers. His captaincy was defined by bold field placements, unconventional tactics, and a willingness to challenge traditional hierarchies, helping elevate Sri Lanka into a genuinely competitive force in Test cricket. While his statistical record alone does not capture his full impact, Ranatunga's greatest legacy lies in the confidence and identity he gave his team, securing his place at number 14. Coming in at number 13 is Kapil Dev, a leader whose influence on Indian cricket extended far beyond raw Test results. Captaining India in an era with limited resources, minimal fast bowling support, and frequent overseas disadvantages, Kapil led largely through personal example, resilience, and competitive spirit. His captaincy was defined by courage, durability, and an unrelenting will to compete, often carrying the team with his all-round performances when conditions were at their toughest. While his Test win record remains modest, the context of the era and the limitations of the side he led significantly elevate his leadership legacy, earning him a deserved place at number 13 among the greatest captains in cricket history. Coming in at number 12 is Mike Brearley, widely regarded as one of the finest tactical minds ever to lead a Test side. Brearley's greatness as a captain was not rooted in personal statistics but in his extraordinary understanding of players, conditions, and psychology, allowing him to extract the best from those around him. He was a master of man management, subtle field placements, and bowling changes, and his calm authority played a central role in England's Ashes successes during his tenure. More than any other captain, Brearley demonstrated that leadership intelligence and strategic clarity can outweigh individual brilliance, securing his place at number 12. Coming in at number 11 is Viv Richards, a captain whose leadership was defined by authority, intimidation, and an uncompromising demand for excellence. Taking over a dominant West Indies side, Richards did not merely preserve its supremacy but intensified it, leading with fierce confidence and an aggressive mindset that kept opponents under constant pressure. His captaincy was marked by strong win percentages, decisive on-field control, and the ability to command respect through presence as much as tactics, ensuring that standards never slipped after the Clive Lloyd era. While he inherited a powerful team, Richards' greatest achievement was sustaining that dominance with conviction and fearlessness, earning him his place just outside the top 10 at number 11. Coming in at number 10 is Hansi Cronje, a captain whose on-field leadership and results place him among the most effective Test leaders of the modern era, despite a legacy that remains deeply controversial. As captain, Cronje oversaw one of South Africa's most consistently successful periods in Test cricket, combining tactical sharpness with outstanding man management and a strong winning mentality. His teams were disciplined, mentally tough, and highly competitive both at home and away, reflected in an impressive win percentage against elite opposition. While his off-field actions rightly complicate his historical standing, purely in terms of Test captaincy performance and leadership impact on the field, Cronje's record justifies his position in the top 10 at number 10. Coming in at number 9 is Allan Border, one of the most important rebuilders in the history of Test cricket. Border captained Australia during its most difficult modern period, when the side was transitioning out of decline and regularly facing stronger, more settled opponents. His leadership was defined by mental toughness, personal resilience, and an unwavering refusal to accept mediocrity, often carrying the team with his own performances while instilling a harder competitive edge. Although his win percentage does not reflect dominance, Border's greatest achievement was laying the cultural and competitive foundations that later enabled Australia's era of sustained supremacy, earning him a deserved place in the top 10 at number 9. Coming in at number 8 is Mark Taylor, a captain whose greatness lies in stability, judgment, and timing rather than overt dominance. Taylor led Australia during a critical transition period, successfully bridging the gap between Allan Border's rebuilding era and Steve Waugh's ruthless dominance, while overseeing the emergence of a world-class core that included Warne, McGrath, and the Waugh brothers. His captaincy was defined by calm authority, excellent man management, sound tactical instincts, and an ability to keep a strong dressing room unified without ego. While he was not an innovator or an intimidator, Taylor's steady leadership and strong win percentage ensured Australia were already a formidable force by the time he stepped aside, making him one of the most effective and underrated Test captains in history and a worthy inclusion at number 8. Coming in at number 7 is Don Bradman, a captain whose leadership is often overshadowed by his unmatched batting greatness, yet remains extraordinary in its own right. Bradman led Australia in the most demanding era of Test cricket, facing uncovered pitches, limited protective equipment, and consistently strong opposition, while still maintaining a commanding win percentage. His captaincy was defined by absolute clarity of purpose, uncompromising standards, and an instinctive understanding of how to impose pressure on opponents, both tactically and psychologically. While he did not captain for as long as others on this list, Bradman's ability to combine supreme personal performance with authoritative leadership in cricket's harshest conditions secures his place firmly within the top 10, and at number 7 among the greatest captains the game has ever known. Coming in at number 6 is Imran Khan, one of the most transformational leaders in the history of Test cricket. Imran took charge of a mercurial and often inconsistent Pakistan side and molded it into a disciplined, fiercely competitive unit capable of challenging the strongest teams in any conditions. His captaincy was defined by inspiration, tactical intelligence, and an unwavering belief in fast bowling as a weapon, while his own performances set the standard for commitment and excellence. Although Pakistan's test win percentage under Imran does not appear dominant on paper, the era, the quality of opposition, and the instability he inherited significantly elevate his leadership legacy, justifying his place at number 6 among the greatest captains of all time. Coming in at number 5 is Graeme Smith, the toughest and most resilient test captain of the modern era. Appointed at just 22, Smith led South Africa through one of the most demanding periods in world cricket and built a side renowned for its mental strength, discipline, and fearlessness away from home. His captaincy was defined by historic overseas series victories, an unyielding competitive edge, and an ability to extract maximum performance from his players in hostile conditions. While he rarely enjoyed the luxury of dominance at home alone, Smith's greatest legacy lies in establishing South Africa as the most formidable touring team in Test cricket history, earning him a deserved place in the top 5 at number 5. Before we unveil our top 4 captains, let's take a couple of minutes to go through the honourable mentions. Michael Clarke, Michael Vaughan, Ian Chappell, Sean Pollock, A.B. de Villiers, Wasim Akram, Nasser Hussain, Alistair Cook, Richie Bernard, Joe Root, Graham Gooch, Stephen Fleming, Misbah-ul Haq, Sunil Gavaskar, Mohammad Azharuddin, Owen Morgan, Saurav Ganguly, Brian Charles Lara, William Porterfield, Angelo Matthews, Babar Azam, Rohit Sharma, Daniel Vettori, Aaron Finch, Darren Sammy, Jason Holder, Brendan McCullum, Shakib Al Hassan, Mashref Mortaza, Asghar Afghan, Faf du Plessis, Sir Andrew John Strauss, Richie Richardson, Alastair Campbell, Rahul Dravid, Sarfaraz Ahmed, Michael Atherton, Greg Chappell, Jose Butler, Javed Mayandad, Mushfiqur Rahim, Dason Shanaka, Kumar Sangakkara, T.M. Dilshan, Chris Gale, Jeffrey Philip Howarth, Heath Streak, Habibul Bashar, Temba Bavuma, Craig Irvine, Graham Gooch, Shahid Afridi, Marvin Atapatu, Elton Chigumbura, Duleep Mendis, Stephen Oganji Taikolo, Wakar Yunis, Prosper Utsia, Kim Hughes, Tom Latham, Andy Flower, Carl Hooper, Brendan Taylor, Kepler Wessels, Sikandar Raza, Courtney Walsh, Joe Root, Shoaib Malik, Shai Hope, Mohammed Nobby, Kieran Pollard, Mitchell Joseph Santner, Mohammed Ashraful, Paul Sterling, Martin Crowe, Mike Gatting, Hashmatullah Shahidi, George John Bailey, Dinesh Chandimal, David Gower, Aidan Markram, Alex Stewart, Paul David Collingwood, Ken Rutherford, Najmal Hossain Shantu, Mitchell Marsh, Rashid Khan, Joe Darling, Archie McLaren, Sir Garfield Sobers. Coming in at number 4 is Steve Waugh, the embodiment of ruthless, uncompromising test match leadership. Waugh did not merely captain a great Australian team, he forged a culture of relentless winning, mental toughness, and absolute intolerance for defeat, particularly in pressure situations. His captaincy was defined by an extraordinary win percentage, an unbreakable team mindset, and an ability to close out matches from seemingly neutral positions, turning competitiveness into inevitability. While he inherited a strong core, Waugh elevated it into a historically dominant force through sheer force of will and belief, making his era synonymous with resilience and supremacy, and securing his place just outside the top 3 at number 4. Coming in at number 3 is MS Dhoni, one of the most composed and strategically balanced leaders in the history of Test cricket. Dhoni took over an Indian side transitioning between generations and guided it to the top of the Test rankings, building a team that was nearly unbeatable at home while laying the groundwork for future overseas success. His captaincy was defined by exceptional man management, trust in players, calm decision-making under pressure, and an intuitive understanding of momentum in long-form cricket. While his overseas record invites debate, Dhoni's ability to maintain stability, extract peak performances from his squad, and lead India through a period of sustained success places him firmly among the greatest captains of all time, earning him the number 3 spot. Coming in at number 2 is Clive Lloyd, the architect of the most feared and dominant team in the history of Test cricket. Lloyd did not simply lead a great side, he created one, transforming West Indies into an era-defining powerhouse built on relentless fast bowling, supreme confidence, and an uncompromising winning mentality. His captaincy was defined by long-term vision, elite man management, and the courage to back an aggressive philosophy that overwhelmed opponents both physically and psychologically, home and away. In a draw-heavy era against strong opposition, Lloyd's influence extended far beyond statistics, as he established a culture of dominance that endured for nearly a decade and reshaped how Test cricket was played, making him second only to one captain in the all-time hierarchy. Coming in at number 1 is Ricky Ponting, the most complete and successful Test captain in the history of cricket. Ponting combined tactical authority, relentless competitiveness, and elite personal performance to lead Australia through a period of sustained dominance unmatched in the modern era. Under his leadership, Australia consistently defeated the strongest opponents both home and away, maintained extraordinary win percentages, and set standards of professionalism, intensity, and execution that few teams have ever approached. While he inherited a formidable squad, Ponting's greatest achievement was sustaining and refining that dominance over time, ensuring that excellence never slipped and that pressure only sharpened his team's edge. Measured by results, control, and legacy, Ricky Ponting stands alone at the summit as the greatest captain the game has ever known. So there it is, the top 20 greatest captains in the history of cricket, ranked not by popularity or nostalgia, but by leadership impact, era difficulty, tactical intelligence, and sustained success at the highest level. From the moral authority of Bill Woodfull, to the cultural transformation driven by leaders like Allan Border, Imran Khan, and Graeme Smith, and finally to the era-defining dominance of Clive Lloyd and Ricky Ponting, this list tells the story of how captaincy has shaped cricket itself. Every name on this ranking earned their place through pressure, responsibility, and the ability to lead teams when it mattered most. Now it's over to you. Do you agree with this ranking? Who would you move higher, and who would you leave out entirely? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I read them all. If you enjoyed this deep dive into cricket history, make sure to like the video, subscribe for more analytical top 10 and top 20 cricket content, and share this with a fellow cricket fan who loves a good debate.